There's no going back now, so fingers crossed it works.
Hello, my name's Mel, welcome to my world, and for those of you that are new to my channel, it's all about self-built campervans and campervan related stuff. And today, Rebecca's been a real pain because, I digress, I've got these lovely little windows in my van. Rebecca hasn't any, she hasn't got any, but she wants some. So today I'm going to be cutting holes in Rebecca's van and fitting these lovely little side windows just like I've got in my van. And if you haven't seen the video of me fitting these windows in my van, I'll put a link to that video right there. Okay. Oh look, oh dear, it's starting to rain, never mind.
No chance, we're doing it today.
Right, I've been told. So we're going to start, I think, because it is raining, we're going to start by cutting those lovely white panels that Rebecca's painted inside her van. We're going to have to cut those out first. So to do that, we're going to use a jiggling type thing. Not quite sure the proper terminology, because you know me, I don't like using power tools. I do everything by hand normally. But today I'm going to actually use this power tool. We borrowed this off of Rebecca's dad, Bob the Builder. Yeah, look at that. It's a bit weird. Right, let's see how we get on. It could all go wrong.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, cross the other fingers as well. Right, let's see how much mess we can make. I've never used one of these before. You sure you want me to do this?
Well, I can do it if you're not wanting to do it. Yeah, I think you might have. It's just the concrete.
There you go. Easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Too easy.
Thank you, love. Prep it and get it done.
So what's the plan now? To cut those out so we can get them ribs out?
Yeah, cut the ribs out. Do the same on the other side, because we've got two the other side. Oh no, we're going to do one,
No, I'm just going to take the one out in the middle, the other side as well.
And then do the same fitting as you did in your previous video.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that video, we'll link it up above.
Other side.
Other side, this side.
That's it.
We will link it up there. You need to go and check that out, because Mel's got some very good tips, and we're going to follow those exact instructions for this fit. Hopefully.
So I'm using this oscillating saw, and it's the first time I've ever used one of these. Well, apart from the fact that I'd used it to cut these panels out. So I think I'm doing rather well. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Now, whenever using an oscillating saw with metal work, always wear safety glasses. Right, I'm not going to film this because it makes so much noise, there's not really much point. I'll get right back to you when I've cut this one out. Now, it's just occurred to me to try and point this out. When I'm cutting these ribs out, I've actually chose to cut in this raised section here, because if I try and cut along this part here, this is actually touching the outer skin of the van, and we don't want to risk damaging this part of the van, because our windows are going to be cut along here, the hole. So what I've done, I've cut along this part where it's raised away from the outer skin, giving me more chance to cut along here without damaging the outer skin. I hope that makes sense. If I hold the camera like that, you can actually see this part is raised, so that's why I've chose to cut along that edge. Not only that, it's level with this as well, but the upper piece is actually past, so I need to cut all this insulation away. It's a little bit difficult, let's put it that way. Right, crack on. So Rebecca just said to me, this bit wasn't in your last video where you've got to cut away the silicone between the two panels. Yeah, she said, I didn't see you do it in your video. I said, that's because I didn't record it, because it's boring.
Yeah, don't believe everything you see on his videos.
So what are you doing? You're cutting away the...
Cutting away the sealant behind these ribs.
Yeah, so you can get the ribs off.
Takes a bloody long time.
Here's one I did earlier. This side I've done half. As you can see, it's coming away now. And the best way to do this, to get these off, is to just get one of these type of hobby knives and then just slowly hack away at it like this. Don't try and get it in there and force it in too much, because you'll just snap the blade, as Rebecca just found out.
Yes.
all you do is just take little slices at a time like this, and gradually it will just go through. As you can see, these little bits start chunking off. Right, I'm going to carry on because I can't do this one-handed. Now, a question that comes up all the time in my other video where I fitted these windows is how to make a template. How do you make a template for these glass panels? So a really simple way to make a template for any glass panel, not just these, is to simply lay it on a piece of cardboard, like so, like that, using a marker pen. Now I've laid it with the outside facing down, put a little bit of weight on it so it doesn't move, draw around the outside of the glass, and again this will work with any bonded glass window. You can do this like that. So that gives us the outside of the glass. Now what we want though is the inside, because we need a cut for it to fit on this lip. So it's really simple. All you do is measure in from there to there. So you can clearly see it's 20 centimetres in. So we'll go around and just check it's the same. There it's actually 25. So if we were to measure 20 in, we know it's going to fit. 20, 20, just measure it all the way around and make sure it is actually 20. So that's it, so that's 20 centimetres in. So now we'll put the glass away, somewhere safe. And we get our rule, put it on the 20 mark, like this, and then simply mark like this, and just simply work your way around, all the way around. Just do little dots, bring it in, 20, 20, 20, like that. We'll put 20 there, 20 down here. If we had a long straight edge, we know that that's going to be straight across there, but we haven't got a straight edge, so simply put 20 there again, like that. And then it's just a matter of joining all the dots up. Like so, when you come into the corner, do the same. Just work your way around. And you do that all the way around until eventually you've got all these little dots, and then it's simply just a matter of joining them up like this. Like that. And that is where you cut your template out, and that will give us our template. And we know if we cut here, that piece of glass is going to fit in, and you've got all this area for your bond. So there you go. It really is as simple as that. It's a really simple way to make a template for any glass that's bonded to any van or any vehicle for that matter. It's just a matter of drawing around the outside edge of the piece of glass and then measuring in from that line. So there you go. I'm just going to carry on now, making lots of little dots. I hope you found this useful. Right, so to make sure that our glass is in the right place, I've cut my template out, stuck it to the side of the wall, worked out roughly so it's in the centre of this aperture. I've put 2 X's on here, X marks the spots. What I'm going to do now is drill through the van using this 5mm drill bit. I'm going to simply drill through the van like that. That should give us 2 holes going straight through the side of the van. Then I'll take my template, leaving it facing the same way. That's a good point actually. Let's just put an arrow there so we know that's the front of the van. Bit of a crude arrow, but never mind. So then once I've drilled the 2 holes, I'll take the template outside the van, put it up against the side of the van, put another 2 drill bits going through, and that ensures that our window will be in exactly the right place. The trick is to drill these holes nice and straight through the side of Rebecca's nice van.
Yeah. Shall I go on the outer side?
Oh, hang on, what's going on here? It's come down done. It's not good, is it? Dodgy old drill bit. one now. One now.
No going back now.
Right, you've got 2 holes in the side of your van now. We'll leave that drill bit there because we need that for the other side. We've got these 2 drill bits. These are both 5mm. So now we'll take the template off of there. Put these drill bits through the hole like that. And then like that. Just wedge it in there so they're nice and tight. That's why we wanted 5mm. So we know they're nice and tight.
I see, right.
And now I'll go that way, you go that way, and I'll meet you that side. Or maybe I won't, I'll come that way as well because my back's too heavy to worry about. Oh. I'll just tuck these out of the way. So there you go, there's our 2 drill bits sticking out the side of the van. So now, get our template, remembering our arrow to be up against the side of the van, so the template's the same way. That ensures that by doing that we know we're going to cut a hole in the side of the van in exactly the right place to correlate with the cabinets on the inside. It's as simple as that, it really is simple. This is exactly how I did my van, so I know it works. So now we just simply mark out using our template.
With a permanent marker.
With a permanent marker. So if it does start raining, at least we know the marker won't run.
Yeah.
And that is where our window is going to go. You sure you want to do this? It really does look like it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Oh well, I like to live life on the edge. Let's get the jigsaw.
That he does.
Should get in there now. Hello.
No going back now.
All bits of swamp in there. Like bits of hot metal are going down there.
Give you a nice.
You see if it fits?
Yeah.
Right, give this video a thumbs up if you think it's going to fit. Give it a thumbs down if you think it's not going to fit. I wonder how many thumbs down we'll get.
I know.
It's a bit cruel.
Bad on you.
Hang on.
Shame on you.
Just open it up. Just makes it easier to handle.
Yeah.
Like a glove. It's a little bit of play, which is good, because that means when I did mine, I did it really tight and there's no play in it whatsoever. So yeah, a little bit of play, that's good. We can line it up level then. Yeah, look at that. Right, let's get some glue and stick this sucker in place. Clean these edges up first.
Yeah.
That's it. Just get those nasty edges off. So I've cleaned all the metal on the outside using simply methylated spirits, which I brought from my spirit stove. That was quite handy. Just used this and some tissue, cleaned all the paintwork. In the kit you get these cleaning wipes. So for the glass I'm going to use these cleaning wipes before I apply the primer. Now this primer is a really good shake. I've already shaken it. So that's all, we're good to go on that. So now, I think these have got alcohol in them, pretty much the same. Oh yes, smells like nail varnish cleaner.
Oh, acetone.
Yeah, acetone, that's the stuff. So we're going to clean this with these acetone wipes. Now these raised bits in the glass, these are vents to let water out. So if water accumulates inside the framework, it can come out through these slots. So it's very important to make sure these are at the bottom and you don't get glue inside these slots, because they're just basically drain holes. This is our primer. Now I've seen people do this a lot, where they get this and then they paint it on, but you don't want to paint it on, you just want to do one continuous bead like this. Don't go back and forth with it, just one continuous bead all the way round. That's all you need to do, and join it up there like that. And now we do the same. Hold the tip of it like this with your finger, like that, right? And then that way you use your finger as a guide on there and just simply paint it all the way around the outside like that. Try not to get any runs like that, because this stuff does not come off. Oh god. Okay, so let's come back to that and
Methylate off.
yeah, sorry about that. Maybe I pressed a bit too hard. Like this, all the way around. It says one continuous bead. Yeah, maybe I did overdo it a bit. Now the edges, you want to go around the edges like this, and that will seal the metalwork and stop it going rusty. Now whilst all this has been going on, I've had my bonding agent in a bucket of hot water, and by putting it in a bucket of warm water it makes it nice and soft, it makes it really easy to apply. So just a little tip there, warm it up, because you'll see professionals, they use a mechanical gun, but we don't have one of them, so we just use a regular gun. And get yourself a heavy duty one like this, don't go getting one of those cheap 10 quid ones. I'll see if I can put a link in the description of this video to my Amazon store where you can buy these. I'll try and find them on Amazon, because you do need a heavy duty gun.
And it makes a huge difference, that one, doesn't it?
Yeah, you love it, don't you?
Yeah, it makes such a difference compared to a cheap, shitty one.
Let's get the one for this.
Not just for this, but for any silicone. It's just so much easier.
Yeah, I remember you using yours, and I said, yeah, try that gun, and you was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's so much better. Even just for silicone.
Now these nozzles come with a pre-cut V shape, so what you want to do, when you apply this, you want to do it in this direction, going away from the V, and it leaves a nice column of adhesive. Start at the bottom, so your overlap is at the bottom. Right, so it should leave
Oh, I see.
a nice column of adhesive. Put a little bit extra there in the step. Yeah.
Yeah. That's lush.
And just put this bead, you want to do it in one go. That's why I say start at the bottom. You don't want to put too much on, because it'll all squish out of the edges. And we only get one tube, so hopefully we'll only use half this tube. When you get to the end, what you do is just simply cross over like this and then pull away. So you cross over like that. Got that? I think that's pretty close, extreme close up. See how much we used. Oh, there you go, it's only down, the plungers are down to about there. So one of these will be enough. Now whilst I'm fitting this, I'm going to cover this up, and hopefully, because they only gave us one nozzle as well, so we need to do this, we need to do both sides in one go. I'm not going to use my suction cups, because quite frankly we ain't got time for that. So we need to get this in one go. Like that. There we go.
And we need the tape.
Just gently squeeze it in, please. Just so slow it all.
sag.
Yeah, you just know. It'll just go.
Yeah. We don't want that.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
I'll push that from the outside. It's kind of squished in. Pretty nice. And the grey holes are up against the panel again.
Because this is nice and flush, isn't it?
Doing it without the edging trim, doing it without the edging trim, the glass fits nice and flush against the panel of the van. You don't get a big gap. But there you go.
And there's the vents underneath as well.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about all the fingerprints.
Oh, don't worry.
That will come off.
We can clean it later with some acetone again.
Yeah, that's actually better than mine. I think I've done a better job of yours than I've my own one. Remember, I'm not a professional, right? I'm
DIYer.
Yeah, I'm a
but
DIYer.
budget.
Yeah, budget and leg it. There you go. Just push it all against it, make sure. Because this panel's now wobbly, because we took the supports out. As you can see, it does kind of wobble a bit. There's a bit of play in it. So I'm just pushing it from the outside in.
Making sure it's got an equal seal all the way around.
It's got plenty of seal around it, look at that.
Yeah.
There you go. One window fitted. Now fast forward to the very next day, I've finished off the framing of this inside window. As you can see, all I've done is put cladding at the back and made this really nice frame. So now Rebecca can put all her bits and bobs along now, but I've told her she's going to have to use blue tack to hold her crystals and spooky stuff on that windowsill, but she absolutely loves it. She's over the moon with that. So much so, she's actually started to work on the other side. And she's sanding it down, getting it ready to glue into place. And by the way, this isn't actually fixed yet. This is only just put in place to see what it looks like. It's not been glued or anything. And you're not going to treat it, are you? Going to leave it all natural?
I would like to leave it like that, yeah. The original plan was to be white, but he's done such a good job that I want it staying like that.
Oh, there you go. That's very nice of you to say. So there you are. That concludes this video. If you like this video, please do give me the thumbs up. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel, why not consider subscribing? And why not consider subscribing to Rebecca's channel too? Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.